Big Papa Pump looked at me and told me, "No problem, kid." The next wrestler I hated wrestling was Scott Steiner, but for a very specific reason. It was a few years into my career, so I was a little bit established, but certainly not established to the level of Scott Steiner. I mean, I watched Scott as a kid. I remember seeing Scott, and I remember his aggression level. Now, my interactions with Scott were very limited, and I hardly spoke to the man. That was until I found myself having to wrestle him. It was at a house show or an untelevised event, and normal night, I get to the arena, meet with the agent running the entire show, and he told me that I would be not only wrestling Scott, but I would be beating him. Now, you're thinking, Maven, that sounds great. While I'm thinking, how am I gonna tell this unpredictable monster that I'm gonna be beating him? And to make matters worse, I had to wait over an hour because Scott was on his private bus in the parking lot getting dressed, not in the locker room with the rest of the boys. And I was not about to go and knock on his bus door and tell him, "Hey, Scott, I'm winning." So about 15 minutes before our match is scheduled to begin, through the garage, I see this massive silhouette coming towards me holding resistance bands. And I knew I'm about to tell this future Hall of Famer that the Tough Enough Kid is getting his hand raised in victory tonight. I timidly approached Scott Steiner, apologizing profusely the entire time, telling him, "I'm so sorry I have to beat you." And Big Papa Pump looked at me and told me, "No problem, kid, it's business." And we went out, had a half-decent match, and I would learn that our own fears can sometimes be our worst enemy.